Hello, everyone out there in the streaming and podcast world. My name's Techie.
I'm Talon.
Welcome to episode 28 of the Techie Talon show. We've got a bit to talk about tonight, don't we?
We do. Some that I'm still, kind of really shocked by, considering one of the topics we're going to talk about is regards to a series that we both love, and that's regards to Smallville, and that's regards to Allison Mack. And
that's right. We're going back to Nexium talk because we've got an update. We'll start off with that now.
So, for those who aren't aware, Allison Mack, absolute beloved actress. I use that as past tense. She was played Chloe Sullivan in the Smallville series. She joined a group called Nexium. Unfortunately, this was a cult, and some of the things that they did in this cult, I feel uncomfortable talking about because, my God, that people like this actually exist. Basically, it was a sex cult, and
sex trafficking.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Look, we've ran over it before, so we spoke about the vow, but we've got a bit of an update. So Allison Mack, the former Smallville actor who pleaded guilty last year to her actions in Keith Raniere's cult-like group, Nexium, has reported more than 2 weeks early to start serving her sentence at a federal prison in California. Mack, once known as Clark Kent's close friend Chloe Sullivan on the long-running CW show, is now inmate number 90838-053 at the Low Security Federal Corrections Institute in Dublin. According to the Bureau of Prisons electronic records. She had been ordered by the court to begin her term by September 29th, but instead showed up Monday, Fox News reported. The 39-year-old performer who appeared in more than 200 episodes of Smallville between 2001 and 2011 got a 3-year sentence in exchange for her April 2019 guilty plea on 2 federal racketeering charges related to Nexium. She admitted to recruiting new members and participating in the control of an inner circle of women who were subservient to Raniere. Raniere and Mack and others, including Seagram's heiress Claire Bronfman, were arrested in 2018. The next year, Mack, who joined Nexium in 2006, admitted to manipulating women into becoming sex slaves. So she started her sentence now.
Yeah. She should have got longer, in my opinion. Sorry.
I think they got her a little bit more time off because she did end up helping a little bit with the case to get to Keith.
I think that's good, but considering what she did, 3 years is not long enough for the victims. I would have said at least 10 years for me.
Yeah, me too.
Years. I don't give a shit about her past credentials or shit like that, or, she was in Smallville, you must like her for that. No. What she did was despicable. Downright no, she's not a human. What human fucking does that? I don't know. I know. Monsters. That's what they do. Despicable freaking people who do that crap. And the fact is, she did that. She did that. And that is the bottom line there.
She did it to Sarah Edmondson.
Yeah, she did it to Sarah Edmondson, and that was what annoyed me the most. The fact that she did that. She did that. And
well, she didn't. Lauren did that. Lauren was there, but they were filming for Keith and Allison. that whole scenario.
They did, and it is insane to me. You know, it's disgusting what they did. What they did was wrong. What they did was just like, how can they just think that was like, just honestly, everyone, I believe that Allison was brainwashed too. I believe that she was brainwashed as well, and like, that is sad that she was as well. But again, 3 years is not long enough in my liking.
No,
sorry, it's not. It's not long enough. Far longer. But the one thing is, she admitted she was guilty. She admitted to everything.
She knew she knew she fucked up.
She knew she was caught. That's why she admitted guilt. She knew she messed up. She knew she was done.
I think as well is having that time away, kind of helping with the case. Not. I don't think she helped that much. Not as much as others did.
Because Keith went on the run. He went to Mexico.
He fucking ran.
But he's serving a longer sentence, and he's serving life in prison.
Oh yeah, you're never gonna see him again.
No, it's because he's gonna die in prison, which is what he fucking deserves. No offense.
Remember the bit that I told you though, that with what happened?
Yeah, I remember.
Which bit do you think I'm talking about?
The part with the branding.
No. They almost had the Dalai Lama.
The what? They almost had a Dalai Lama.
Yeah. They had a meeting. They had meetings with each other. The Dalai Lama met with Keith Raniere.
Please tell me the Dalai Lama.
He was that good. He was that good at manipulation that even he conned a bit of the Dalai Lama.
I'm glad the Dalai Lama. Well, it's kind of blow up on Keith now because the Dalai Lama's probably seen it and going, "Oh shit, that man is a horrible person."
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad. Look, I hope now that Keith's in prison, he's in court. I hope he sits in that cell, and I hope to God that the only time he gets sunlight is maybe for an hour, and that's all he gets. 1 hour of sunlight. He doesn't get any. He spends the majority of his time in that cell, thinking about all those people.
He still has people supporting him. They were dancing outside of his fucking cell. It's just
because there are people been brainwashed by him.
Yep.
I'm hoping an inmate, in there realizes what he did, and maybe,
or maybe he started another cult inside the prison.
Who the fuck knows? He's not going to get out of prison. If he tries to get out of prison, they'll kill him on the spot. They'll shoot him.
Oh yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
so. There's your update.
I'm gonna look. I'm sorry if that sounds really brutal on there, but what this man did was wrong. Sex trafficking, it's disgusting. Humans do not deserve to be trafficked.
No, they don't.
And especially for sexual exploitations. Yes,
for his benefit. It wasn't for anyone else. There was sex trafficking for Keith.
Yeah, just for him. And that makes it even worse, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, fuck Keith Raniere. Alison Mack, I'm sorry, but I've lost all respect for you. I'll
still happily watch Smallville though, and enjoy those moments with her in that show. But
I enjoyed her character. Just the actress now, no. That's the same thing. Look, like the same thing I've said with Aquaman and Aquaman 2. I enjoy the character of Mera. I just don't like the actress.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm probably still going to go see Aquaman 2. I probably will. Because Dad said I'm excited for it. It's Aquaman. Also, I'm excited to see Jason Momoa again. I'm excited to see that cast. But am I excited to see Mera? Not really. Yeah. She wasn't my favorite character. She was cool, but again...
Look, she was in the Snyder Cut, which we need to talk on to. So let's before anything, sorry to start off in such a dark place for the show. Sorry. But
we like to get those done first, so that way we can go on to more lighter topics because
But this one's gonna make you angry.
God, this made me angry. So guys, Warner Brothers just wants to make everybody hate them even more. They have unlisted the Blu-ray trailer, the Blu-ray copy release of
Well, the Blu-ray
Zack
trailer.
Snyder.
They've unlisted the Blu-ray trailer release.
Yeah, they've unlisted the Blu-ray trailer release of Zack Snyder's Justice League. They've unlisted it. WB
Indicating
just wants
that they are pretty much actively trying to not promote the movie's home release.
thing
In
is,
other words,
people
not promote anything to do with Zack Snyder's work.
But the thing is, they were promoting it when it was before it released.
Yeah.
Now it's released. Now they're trying
Because
to
they've
get rid of
realized how
sales.
popular it was and are trying to fix up their fuck up.
But we already know about it. Like, we know. We're not stupid, WB. We know you fucked up, and we are literally telling you fucked up, and you're trying to cover up something we already know.
Yep.
What the fuck's with that? They literally just don't give a fuck.
They really don't.
And the fact that they've unlisted it. And it's just sad because you're leaving a universe that has so much potential and it's just actively just destroying it because you messed up with the start of the DCU. Let's be honest here, okay? And the DCEU,
It's
fuck,
a
it's in
laughing.
shambles.
It
is a laughing stock. It's a shambles. It is. The only movies that are going to keep it alive now is standalone movies. Team-up movies only work if you build up to it. Why do you think the MCU still works even after Avengers Endgame?
See, look, I was defending that decision for a while.
Yeah.
Because if DC did try to do that, you know exactly what would be coming. Don't you?
Exactly.
People will be going, oh, you're just copying Marvel now just to try and make a profit off it. They wouldn't win. So that's why they did go for this route, really, of, hey, we're doing this little team up here, and then the next big movie is the Justice League, and then we'll span out into our own separate universes. Our own separate stories.
But that's the problem when you listen to
Makes
fans.
sense.
Yes, look, okay. I understand people, companies shouldn't listen to fans when they give them tips. What they should actually do is it's okay to copy the Marvel formula because it works. It does work. Do solo movies. Build up your characters. Build up their storylines. You can do it. I don't get why DCEU couldn't do it. You couldn't, like, seriously, you can do you can same
Loki.
thing with Iron Man and Loki, exactly. Same thing with freaking Iron Man 2. It introduced us to not only, it introduced not only to Iron Man, who in the original, but also it introduces to Black Widow.
And Nick Fury.
Exactly. Just, again, though, we were introduced to Nick Fury at the end of the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, but really, though, like, full on, at
full
the time,
on,
people didn't know about, like, the mid and post-credit scenes. So, back then, Iron Man 2 was the first one that really introduced Nick Fury.
DC could have done that. Like, for instance, you could do a Wonder Woman movie. Easily could do that, introduce her character, where she comes from, and, how she becomes out in modern day. You could do a Batman movie, and it's maybe, you could do Batman vs. Superman. But you could just do a solo Batman movie about Ben Affleck leading up to, him going to war with Superman, lead up to why he becomes that way. How he loses Robin. You could have done that. You already did a Man of Steel movie, and honestly, you can do a Flash movie, and you could also have Cyborg. Cyborg could be introduced in the Flash movie as well. And then finally, cap it off with Aquaman and where he comes from, how he gets his powers, and eventually gets his suit, and boom, Justice League.
I just wish we got a Man of Steel 2.
Me too, man. I want a Man of Steel 2.
Who would you want as the villain?
I want Brainiac. I would love Brainiac.
I love Brainiac too, but I also was thinking about is it Metallo?
Metallo is awesome, but Brainiac, hell, you could do Metallo, but I would love Brainiac. He's such an interesting villain.
But for me, I would hold out for Brainiac for like a third film.
Yeah, exactly. You could do Metallo, but also you could there are other Superman villains that you could definitely do. Like, yes, everyone's going like, oh, get Lex Luthor. I'm like, you actually could get just Lex Luthor with just Superman and Lex Luthor, kind of like what they were trying to do with Superman Returns.
Mm.
Now, granted, do I think Kevin Spacey was good as Lex? Somewhat. I mean, I love Brandon Routh as Superman. I always will. I love this Superman.
I actually really liked his Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
Considering people don't get that. People don't get what Superman Returns was. They
was
thought
meant to be. It was meant to be a continuation.
Yeah, it was a continuation. So for me, that was perfect casting.
Also, again, I loved it because it was a continuation of Reeves' Superman.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think it was just them trying to restart the franchise.
But it wasn't.
Which it was, but
yeah.
It was it was tips of the hat, really.
Yeah, and I loved it because again they kept with the theme, and again they kept with a lot of things like the Fortress of Solitude, the way it looked similar, and I was like, this is literally a continuation of Reeves Superman. And
have you watched the extended cut?
I have watched the extended cut. I loved it. It was amazing. I love the original Christopher Reeve and Brandon Routh Superman because it's one story. It's the same Superman. It is the same Superman. It's the same Superman, Christopher Reeve. And honestly, I was so happy when Ruth came back to finally be Kingdom Come Superman in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And I really hope, and I really, really hope that we see more of him in that suit. They just don't make that suit just for Crisis. No. They have to do something with that. And honestly, with the way Superman and Lois is going, I really hope that he might be making an appearance again.
I actually really need to catch up on that show.
I do too. I really do. They finished season 1 now.
Is it fully finished?
It is fully finished now. Yes, they have fully finished season 1.
Like filming or released?
Released. It's all released.
Okay.
But honestly,
that's Sunday's job.
Yeah. Honestly, when it comes down to it, Superman works really well for Tyler Hoechlin. He is Superman to me.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot. Henry Cavill, there are only, every single actor shines as Superman. Even some of the TV series ones.
Except for Nicolas Cage.
Except for Nicolas Cage. But again, it would have been interesting to see it. I would have.
It was. I mean, the documentary, they going, actually, this kind of sounds very intriguing. But I'm glad it didn't happen.
Honestly, Nicolas Cage would have been an interesting choice because, again, Tim Burton was going for a different route for Superman, but it never happened. But I will say one thing, though. Some of the suits they had, like especially the original, like the classic suit with that really nice, it looked great. And honestly, I reckon Nicolas Cage, it could have been a make or break for Nicolas Cage. He could have been amazing as Superman. We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But honestly, Tyler Hoechlin is being the Superman straight from the comics because everyone just thinks, Superman needs to be, needs to fight galactic battles and stuff like that and just be shown immensely powerful, mentally strong. But the truth about Superman is not only is he struggle being a superhero, but also he's struggle being a father because, again, he's trying to save the world, but he's also trying to protect his family too. And now that his son gets powers and he's trying to teach him stuff, trying to help him, just like his father helped him. I really love that. And I think that, Superman and Lois show us that at the end of the day, Clark is just a boy from Kansas. Who just dreamed big. And he's also the Man of Steel, the strongest, faster than a spinning bullet, Honestly, I love that. And honestly, I'm interested to see if they ever bring in other versions of Superman into that, because that will be good. I mean, we've already got friggin' Steel in it already. John Henry Irons, that is Steel. And I'm interested to see if they ever put the S symbol on his suit, because I'd love to see that. But look, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm keen to see what they do.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's move on.
You know how much I'm looking forward to this.
Which one's this one now? What do we got?
Oh, we're diving into the Apple.
Fuck. This is about the iPhone 13. I knew
This is
sneak up.
about the iPhone 13.
You basically just mean the
iPhone
iPhone
13,
12.
Apple announced yesterday that we're getting a new iPhone, the iPhone 13.
And
it's generic.
It's generic. It's just the iPhone 12 all over again. The camera for it is decades behind. I have the same camera on my Samsung S10. You have a far superior camera than what iPhone 13 is going. And iPhone 13 is literally a phone that's coming out. Was it this year?
Yeah, this year. It's already up for pre-order.
It's already up for pre-order for like $1,000.
So, look, there are a couple of things that I will defend with this. I do have to say, the more I thought about it, I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. And for me, now, that is definitely its storage.
Yeah. I will say one thing, though. If you're an iPhone user, okay, that's you. We're not attacking you. We are giving our honest opinions about iPhone. We're both not iPhone users. I'm not a fan of iPhone, and neither is Techie. And honestly, I didn't like what I saw. I'm going to be honest.
Wow me.
Okay?
It did not wow me.
It did not wow me. But I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be positive now for the next 10 seconds. I like the original design of the original iPhone. I love that look. That nice, smooth back.
Look,
it looks cool for its time.
Without Apple, I mean, look, we're shooting right now on a Mac. You know, I think Apple's Macs are great for creative arts people.
Yeah.
Not gaming.
Not for gaming.
But for creative art stuff.
Yeah.
However,
their phones.
We do have to thank them though too. Like without the first iPhone, we wouldn't have smartphones today.
No, exactly. They started the iPhone market, and so, honestly,
for me,
how do you feel about?
You're the first company that's come out with a smartphone, and now you're behind. You are now behind in the game. So the storage compatibility that I do like though is the base model is 128 gigabytes. I do like that. I do like that as a base model because remember, dude, when we were getting, way back when, because it was popular, iPhones, you got the choice between 64 gig or 32 gig.
I remember that. I think mine was a 32 gig.
Yeah, I think the last ever iPhone I got was 64. But now that this is base model of 128 gig, that's a good thing. The most storage capacity on the phone is 1 terabyte. That I fucking love.
It's huge. That's bigger than any other phone that's out on the market today.
Well, I mean, look, you can still do that on the Samsung device. You just have to use that through external storage, not through a cloud.
External
through an
storage.
SD card. You can create your own SD card for all I care. But just make that a thing.
I hate the cloud system because it's so vulnerable. People can break into that thing.
There's been multiple breaches and break-in, yes. But on top of that, you have to pay for more storage on the cloud system. Why should I do that if I can put that on an SD card? Oh, I know why. Because you want more money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like Samsung, Google, they all have their own cloud things too.
But Samsung's one is optional.
But you still get to choose to have an SD card. Fuck, dude. I'm running a 128 gigabyte SD card right now on my phone.
I don't even know how much storage I got in mine, but like dead set, I know my phone's probably filled up. But again, I like my phone, my Samsung phone, and honestly, I've stuck with Android phones for the longest amount of time. It's either been Samsung or it's either been HTC.
Yeah, I had a HTC before I went to Samsung.
Yeah, I had a HTC for a while. I had a HTC Ultra U. I really loved it. It was an awesome phone.
I had the HTC One M9. And it actually had like a little infrared bar built into the phone. So before like any home automation stuff, you could actually control your TV through your phone. Before,
remember that.
Using any infrared Google stuff and everything.
My first ever smartphone was a HTC Trophy 7. It was a Windows phone.
Yep. Oh, God. I remember when
Yeah,
Windows phones were big.
they were big back in the day. Not anymore though. They're kind of just Windows. I think just stopped the phone market because they've just been terrible. Their interface was awful. Their app store was a joke. It was terrible. I hated it so much. But when I got it, I was excited because I liked the tiles. I liked the look. It looked very futuristic to me.
Yeah.
Then I upgraded to a Samsung Note, and that's when my world fucking blew up. So I was like, "Oh my god, this thing is better than my
you got
old
the
phone."
Samsung Note that blew up, did you?
No, I didn't get the fucking Samsung Note that blew up. I got the original Note before they dropped that fucking explosive fucking IED.
I do. This is going back to movie stuff, but I do love that bit in Shazam. Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged. And the one that just explodes. I'm like,
The hell?
It's a Samsung phone.
Oh, it was so bad that literally they were banning them off flights.
Oh, yeah.
If you had that phone, you were not allowed on a flight. You had to dispose of it. That's why they did a massive. They lost millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. I think that's why as well they've discontinued the Note series. But let's get back to the Apple stuff. Because this is one thing that I do think, while we are on the talk of Samsung actually, like this is how far Apple's behind. This week, well this year at least, Samsung have dropped 2 new phones. Now these phones have already been out once before, but they've got a new version out. And it's the Samsung Galaxy Flip.
And
or
the phone
the Galaxy
amazing.
Fold.
And the Fold and the Flip actually
and Apple
look amazing.
is still selling a generic brick. And what are you doing? As I said, they were the pioneers of the smartphone industry, and they are behind.
They're hugely behind. Yeah, they're majorly behind, and it's just the fact is that they don't update because they don't want to, because they just think that people want generic looking phones. And yes, there are some people out there who do like iPhone. I've known people who even swear by Apple, but guys, it's the same phone. It's the same phone as the iPhone 12 from 2020.
There's no new features. The last iPhone I bought was, I think, the iPhone 5.
My God. And we're at 13 now.
The iPhone 5. And that was because that was whole new technology. The whole fingerprint sensor, that was new technology. There was no other company out there at that point that was releasing that stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the last time they were ahead of their game. And it's an absolute joke. So anyway, the iPhone 13. So the lineup represents the first time Apple has increased the primary camera's sensor size across the board since the iPhone XS and the XR in 2018. Though last year's 12 Pro Max had a 47% bigger sensor. Then the 12 and 12 Pro sensor size is a key factor in image quality because together, and it goes. Disconnection. You back?
Yep. The same old thing.
Yep.
I'm back.
That's all right. All
right, where were we?
Sensor size is a key factor in image quality because together with the lens aperture, it determines how much light the camera is able to capture. More light, less noise, and blur. If you didn't know what cameras were, well, there you go. There's a basic rundown. The iPhone 13 and 13 Mini's main cameras have big sensors, which is part of the reason why it had the ultra-wide and are now arranged diagonally in the camera bump. Apple also added sensor shift optical image stabilization, a feature first seen on the 12 Pro Max, the phone you saw last year. It's not clear exactly how big the 13 sensors is, but Apple says it'll capture 47% more light than the 12. The 13 Pro and the Pro Max have even a bigger primary sensor and a slightly faster f1.5 that capture 2.2 times as much light as before, according to Apple. Again, the exact sensor size hasn't been advertised. So, this camera stuff, right? This is how far behind they are. It has a 3x zoom, and then you can add an extra 3x zoom. So you're getting a 6x zoom.
My phone can do far better than that. Also, Techie, I think I'm frozen.
You're frozen. But my phone has 100x zoom.
Yeah, my legit phone. Hang on, let me load up my camera. I'm going to check out the zoom on my one.
Now, granted, look, let's be honest. They have got their new processor chip, which is in there. So obviously it's going to run faster. It's going to run better. But still, it's not that much.
No, it's not. It's actually kind of a bit shit. Techie, I'm just going to reload again, refresh my thing. If you want to keep chatting, I'll be back in just a quick second. Going to get this camera to work again because it wants to kill me. Sorry, everybody. I do not mean for this to happen. But yeah, Techie, if you want to keep chatting just about the iPhone and how much of a travesty it is, I'll be back.
So Apple officially announced this is, they've got a faster A15 Bionic chip, 3 all-new cameras, and an improved display with up to 120 Hz ProMotion high refresh rate that can go as bright as 1,000 nits. The iPhone 13 Pro will start at $999. This is now the US pricing, by the way. While the iPhone 13 Pro Max will start at $1,099. Both will be available to order on Friday, shipping on September 24th. The Super Retina XDR displays on both models support variable refresh rates on between 10 Hz and 120 Hz. There we go. He's back. Oh, my bad. There we go.
All right, so the terribleness of the iPhone 13 continues. Seriously, just the colors for it, they're just metallic colors. There's no other colors you can get for it. There's only 3.
There's 4.
4. Sorry, my bad. But it's just, it looks generic. Also, wow, 3 cameras. Techie, how many cameras does yours have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. How many does mine have? Mine has 3. But you know what?
Yours is a 10 though.
Yeah, mine's 10. Mine's 10. No, mine's 10 times. Mine's 10 times zoom.
Yeah.
Mine
zooms
zooms in. Also,
yours is the Samsung Galaxy 10, right?
Yeah, Samsung Galaxy S10.
So that's we're at 21 now. So
yeah.
Which isn't
and
that
this
old
one,
because they did jump by 10, but
yeah.
so you're
Honestly,
3 years behind.
This phone here, this phone is a lot. I honestly love this phone, and I think this phone's better than an iPhone 13 because of the processing for it. Honestly, I can do there's so much more accessibility with Android phones. That's what I don't get, why people go back to iPhone, because it's just so corporate and just industrial. It feels fucking plain as fuck. It's generic. It looks terrible. I hate their app source so much. Just I hate it.
It's also the same size as last year at 6.1 and 6.7 inches. They have slightly similar notches that should allow for more space in the iOS status bar. The phones will be available in 4 colors: graphite, gold, silver, and a new light blue.
Oh wow!
The light blue looks like my guitar, Billy Joe blue guitar. It's like a baby blue. Apple says the phones have an all-new 3-camera system. The wide camera should offer better low-light photography thanks to its bigger sensor. Yep, thank you. My phone already does that. While the ultra-wide should see improvements too, thanks to its wider aperture. Yep, mine does that.
My phone does it too.
The phone's telephoto camera now goes up to 3 times zoom, enabling a 6 times optical zoom across the 3 cameras. Yep.
My phone does 10 times zoom.
All 3 Cameras now have night mode, and there's a new macro mode for photography in subjects at just 2 centimeters. Sensor shift
Both
optical.
modes that my phone has. I have a night mode. They were only just saying that now. My phone is like 3 years old. It added it 3 years ago.
Sensor shift optical image stabilization is included on both models. On the software side, Apple has announced a new photographic styles feature, which looks like it works a little like traditional camera filters with an added dose of computational photography. On the video side, the cinematic focus feature announced for the iPhone 13 will also be available on the 13 Pro and Pro Max. The iPhone 13 Pro will also be able to film in up to 4K 30 frames per second in ProRes.
Techie, your phone records up to 8K.
Yep.
And the iPhone 13 is only doing 4K
at 30 frames.
Isn't 8K? How many frames does 8K do?
Let's have a look.
Isn't it 60 frames? Or is it more than that? I'm not 100% sure on my specifications for video quality, but I think iPhone 13 just went backwards in fucking time. Only 4K. And it's meant to be a smartphone of today's age. Granted.
Sorry, my camera stuff is actually updated. I didn't know this. I can also record in HDR10 plus.
Ooh, I'm actually curious about my iPhone. My iPhone. Fuck. Yes. I'm curious about my video quality. Hang on, let me just see what quality I can get up to. What can I record up to? Hang on, I'm just checking my video. Hang on. No, not that one. Can I record?
My 8K shoots at 24 frames a second.
Really?
Yep.
Fuck. Hang on. Ratio's full. I'm just checking my useful grid line shooting methods.
A higher quality video format that gives video editors more control when tweaking footage after it's been shot. However, the base 128GB storage option will top out at 1080p, 30 frames per second. There's always a catch with Apple. There's always a fucking catch. So if you buy the base model, you don't get to shoot in 4K. You just shoot at 1080p at 30 frames a second. You should be shooting at 60 frames on a base model.
It should be 10. It should be. Oh my god, 30 frames per second. It should be 60 frames per second. What the absolute fuck?
Or if you're promoting 4K, you should be giving 4K to all fucking.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
Apple says ProRes support will be available in a future iOS 15 update. Yes,
dude, I can do HDR10 plus videos on my phone.
There you go.
Optimize the contrast and colors of each scene by recording rear camera videos in the HDR10 plus. A support device or service like YouTube is needed to play HDR10 videos correctly. Oh my god, can it actually work?
Internally, both devices are using Apple's new A15 Bionic chip, which offers the familiar CPU and GPU speed increases compared to last year. Apple also says the chip should be faster for machine learning tasks. Battery life has also been improved, with the 13 Pro lasting 1.5 hours longer than the 12 Pro, and the 13 Pro Max lasting 2.5 hours longer than the 12 Pro Max on a charge. Storage options for the iPhone 13 Pro range from 128GB up to 1TB, the most storage Apple's ever offered on a phone. 5G performance has also been upgraded with support for more bands, which Apple says should provide better coverage. This is the third year Apple is splitting its flagship phone lineup into a regular and Pro devices. Last year, however, many reviewers noted that there wasn't much of a difference between the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12.
Just the fact is that they just changed the time. I was just testing out the video.
Yes, the 12 Pro had an extra telephoto camera, Lydia sensor, and more RAM and base storage, but its basic design, processor, 5G compatibilities, and the OLED display were all similar, if not identical, to the regular iPhone 12.
It's ridiculous. The fact that they it's just not even that much.
Meanwhile,
Samsung have released two phones that not only are they unique in design, but their features are just light years ahead of what iPhone have done this year. For instance, we now have a phone that not only is just a smartphone, but when you flip it out, it's a tablet as well. It's a mini fucking tablet. Also, we have Samsung's got a brand new flip phone for today's age. And I'll tell you what, though, my good friend Court, he has it. And I've seen it. And it's amazing. It actually works. Meaning, he can have his phone, it literally flips out and it looks like my phone with that seam line. The problem that Samsung had when they flipped the phone, you can still see that seam line. It's gone.
Except it's still, I mean, it might not be because it's brand new, but people are, have had issues with the screen cracking around that area. But, it's going to happen because it's still new technology with the screen.
Exactly.
It's all brand new. But, iOS stays the same.
It never changes.
Yes, they've got some new additions into it, which is cool. I really like that automation, the home automation stuff that you can add into that. That's cool. I like that. However, you're looking at what Android's doing with Pixel and their new update, and you're like, wow. Yeah.
It's just
like garbage. I cannot wait for Android 12.
I am excited to see what they do with Android 12. I just think that Apple needs to do something different. They can't just keep doing the same formula. When we get the freaking iPhone 14 or whatever, it needs to be different. Hell, they get the iPhone 20, and I swear to God, if it's still the same freaking design, I will literally just tell people, do not buy this phone. It's exactly the same as the iPhone 13. Don't buy it.
But, you look at Android and then with Google and the Material You stuff. The Material You stuff looks fucking beautiful. It's a complete overhaul of the Android system.
Yeah. The thing that blows me away is, we talk about design differences and Apple's never changing. They actually have, not with the iPhone, with the iPad. How many different sizes and different changes they've made over the years compared to the original? There's an iPad Mini. There's just different size iPads. Yeah, the iPad Air. Even their laptops and the MacBooks have changed. The MacBooks and the MacBook Pros, they've all changed over the years. Why can't they do the same with iPhone?
I mean, look at the new Mac that they just released. The desktop Mac.
Yeah, it looks vastly different to what yours is.
Yeah, they now have the colored versions, which I'm still surprised. The main thing that I'm still surprised about that with their release is when you look at an Apple computer, the first thing you see is the Apple logo right there on the front. It's not there. It's on the back.
Yeah, they've changed it to put it at the back there.
They're just completely hiding their logo, which is not like Apple because they'll brand anywhere that they can.
Yeah. I think it's just to hide. I think it's just to, they don't want a giant light on the front there anymore.
But it's not even a light. It's just a logo.
Yeah. I think they just want to try and minimize their branding stuff, perhaps. Maybe it could be a design option. Who the hell knows, honestly? But look, at the end of the day, I'm still not going to convert over to Apple. I never will.
No. As I said, with the new stuff with Material You, there is no way I'm going back to Apple. The Material You stuff is customized into what your preference is. We've discussed this about this on the show with Android 12. And,
exactly.
Your phone, whatever you make as your wallpaper, your phone will change the colors to match that wallpaper.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
No
like
way.
That's something new. Not only but also the widgets, the buttons when you scroll down from the top. This is with Pixel stuff. We still haven't really seen much coming out with Samsung. The beta only just dropped today, I think, or you can access the beta only for S21 users though for Samsung, and unfortunately in the States. But we'll be seeing some stuff coming out of that very soon to do with that stuff. But you just see with what Android 12 is providing. Apple's lost. Apple's lost the game.
I'm just checking if there's any updates for my phone. Just checking.
I don't think we will have an Android 12 update yet, considering the beta's only out.
I have an update.
There will probably be an update, but it won't be the Android 12 update.
Okay, what's new? Overall stability of functions improved. Security device has been improved. After updating, you will not be able to downgrade to the old software because of updates. So overall, kind of looks like stability of functions, stuff like that. So not a
it's not an overhaul yet.
No, I will just later. Yeah, but my last update was 27th of July. Shit, we're in September now. I need to update my phone. Honestly, I'm keen to see the Android. I'm interested to see Android 12. I hope, from what you describe it sounds really cool. I hope it goes really good for the rest of the new phones. And who knows? When I get a new phone, if I do get a new phone after I pay off this one, I might get a 21 or I might get a Samsung Galaxy S21. Whatever new phones out there, it could be by the time I pay off that phone, it could be S23.
We've been paying out the iPhone 13 a lot, but we should also add that they did also announce a new iPad Mini and a new Apple Watch 7. So,
and I will admit though, the Apple Watches, holy fuck, they're better than Samsung's ones because they look nice, they look sleek, they look really comfortable to wear.
Yeah, look, I kind of have to disagree. For me, I personally prefer the Samsung watch because it looks like a watch.
Yeah.
Whereas the Apple one, I don't like the fitness looking style of smartwatches. I really don't like this square box. To me, it's not a watch. It looks like a watch you want out of a fucking cereal box.
Looks like a Fitbit.
Well, yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
I honestly, there's a bunch of smartwatches out there, but I really love this. Like, again, falling back to my love for Cyberpunk, I desperately love the ones that just don't look like a watch. It looks like something straight out of the future, and I like that shit. That's just me in general.
Yeah.
I like anything.
But I'm very tempted to get the Galaxy Watch 4. I really am, considering that this watch is also the watch that came out, not with Tyson anymore. It's now with Google software. Like Samsung and Google combined software on this. So I'm very keen on that.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Holy crap. Shall we move on? Holy fuck.
Do we have much left to talk about?
I don't think we do.
No, you wanted to talk about GTA 5.
Yes. Yes, let me give
So this will be the last topic for the show.
This will be our last topic tonight because this was a pretty crazy thing. So if you're watching PlayStation All Access, they recently announced that, Grand Theft Auto 5 is legit coming to PlayStation 5, which is ridiculous. I do not understand why this needs to happen. The fact is that it sucks. I don't get why they are just doing it. For instance, you go into forums for GTA forums, this is what's happening, okay? This entire catastrophe should not happen. This game should not even be releasing on PS4. You know what's even more sad about with the trailer? On PS5. Fuck. See what I mean?
You do this all the time.
I know, right? The thing that annoys me the most is this game came out 8 years ago. 8 years. Actually, it's 8 years. Hang on. Hey, Google. When did Grand Theft Auto 5 release?
Grand Theft Auto 5's initial release date is the 17th of September 2013.
2013. And we are still talking about it. It's now being re-released again on PS5. You know what's even more amazing? Three generations. The same game. And when they did the trailer drop for it at All Access, I don't know if you noticed, but there were glitches in the trailer. A ton of them. Like, for instance, there's a part where friggin' the hacker guy, who is Michael's friend, you don't notice it, but in the background, there's a glitch of his chair. There's two chairs doubled up. It's a chair glitch. Also, if you match up the footage between the PS4 update with what they did for PS4 and the PS5, it's exactly the same.
The only
It's
thing that'll be
exactly the
different.
same.
The only thing I am a little excited for with it is the adaptive triggers. That's it.
I'm keen to see the adapted triggers, and honestly,
Which I don't know why they couldn't just do it as a upgrade.
Yeah.
Other companies can do it as an upgrade. Why do I have to re-buy this game once again? Just give me an upgrade.
You know what's even more amazing? When you go on the official Rockstar YouTube channel for Grand Theft Auto, this is the video came out 1 year ago. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5 coming to new generation consoles. As recently revealed at Sony's PlayStation 5 digital event, the Adventures of Michael Franklin Trevor are coming to a new generation of consoles, including PlayStation 5, in the second half of 2021. This came out last year. It has 136k likes. You want to know how many dislikes that it got as of today? 195k dislikes. Meaning no one likes this. And damn true. For instance, this person, this comment from Clueless Dragoon said this 2 months ago. Since the first GTA 5 trailer came out in 2011, we have had 9 Call of Duty games, 9 Forza games, 8 Assassin's Creed games, 5 Battlefield games, 5 Far Cry games, 3 Mortal Kombat games, and 1 GTA game. 1. And to think about the track record for Rockstar between those 8 years when they were releasing game after game, and now they've only just released what? They did GTA 5, and then many years later they did Red Dead Redemption 2, and then they've done nothing after that besides re-release Grand Theft Auto 5. Where's the PS5 update for Red Dead Redemption 2?
Now, 1st of November, we got Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception.
Yeah, exactly.
In December 2011, we got the PSP version,
which was
Uncharted Golden Abyss.
Exactly.
What is this 2012 one, though? Uncharted Fight for Fortune.
I think it's like some type of like multiplayer thing. I'm not 100% sure.
Fight for Fortune is a 2012 digital collectible card game co-developed by Ben Studio and Wonderwood Games.
Yeah, Ben Studio is the same company that did Golden Abyss, like a card game.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That was 2012.
Yeah.
Then 2015, we got the Nathan Drake collection, the remaster.
Yeah. The remaster, and then we finally got, and then what was it? 2-3 years later, we finally got Nathan Drake, Uncharted 4.
We got the mobile game of Uncharted, Fortune Hunter.
Yep.
Then we got in 2016 as well. We got Uncharted 4, and then 2017 we got Lost Legacy. From 2011, when we got the announcement for GTA 5, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Uncharted games.
And we're about to get a 9th one, which is a remaster on PS5 for Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
Yeah, so 8.
8. And Rockstar continuously re-releasing the same fucking game. I gave up on Grand Theft Auto 5 many years ago because
I still play it.
I refuse to buy it again. I much better play Red Dead. Red Dead's got it has much more life in it. Also, it's such an amazing world. There's more you can interact with more in Red Dead Redemption 2 than what you can do with GTA 5 because it's based on an 8-year-old engine that has never been updated before. They say they're updated, but it's the same fucking thing. The only thing they added in PS4 was you can now play in first-person mode. I'm like, okay, but was this game optimized for first-person mode? No,
GTA
it wasn't optimized.
It's just Apple?
Literally, it's the iPhone 13 of video games.
Yeah, I'm done. I either give me GTA 6 or give me Red Dead 3.
It's not just that. It's Take-Two. Take-Two is one of the companies that owns, does the work.
By the way, since GTA as well, we are now also getting a Republic Commando, Knights of the Old Republic remake.
We're getting a Knights of the Old Republic.
But we've also had all these other Star Wars remakes in between then as well.
And when did Knights of the Old Republic release? 2003?
Yep.
Exactly. And we're finally getting a remake for it. It took them how many years? 13 years?
Close. close to 20 years.
Close to 20 years. And we're
18
still
years.
getting this. We're still getting the same fucking GTA. You know what's even more sad about Take-Two? They're going after modders who work in GTA tirelessly for free to help improve the game, to add more extra content in that. They're going after them with
You know what I only
DMCA.
just found out this weekend?
What's that?
I only just found out about the director mode.
Yeah. So there's a director's mode in GTA. It's okay, but
It's a bit of fun.
It's a bit of fun. But this is why Take-Two is just a terrible company to deal with alongside EA, alongside any other gaming company. The fact is that they don't care about their community because they go after freaking modders with DMCA takedowns. And the thing is that these are just innocent modders doing this for free. They don't have the money to lawyer up against Take-Two, so what they do, they give up. They just delete the mod and just move on from the game and don't help it. However, there was one guy who was modding in the game. Take-Two actually put a DMCA takedown on his video. He challenged them and he won because the engine was not owned by Rockstar. It wasn't owned by Take-Two. It was unique. It was made by him. It was his engine. So Take-Two lost, which is great. You know,
sounds like the plot of Free Guy.
Yeah, literally. And the thing is with Take-Two is the fact that this is a terrible company that literally just does the same things that EA does. They do football games. Terrible football games. Give me a second. Just some of the comments on this video. For instance, never thought I would dislike a GTA trailer. 2026, PS6 reveal. Michael, why did I move here? The worst thing, this was written about 4 months ago. The worst thing about this is that they even reused footage from 2013. Oh yeah, they reused footage from 2013's first ever release of GTA 5. Why did I release GTA 5 again? I guess it was the money. Expanded and enhanced. Literally only shows the same old adventures we've already been having for years. Yep. They forgot the part where you get blown instantly by a flying bike. These comments are amazing. It begs the question. Just how the fuck they honestly think they're gonna get away with this. And the crazy thing is, people are still gonna buy the game. That's it.
Look,
people
as I said to you, as I've said, and I said it on the show so many times before.
Yeah.
They can release a standalone app for Red Dead Online. If their whole campaign about this is about GTA Online, just release the standalone app like you did for Red Dead.
Yeah.
I'm
just checking out Take-Two right now and list of Take-Two interactive games. Now, these are the games that they've done. So games that they've developed, they've done a whole bunch of games developed, but these are the games that were published under them. Let's have a look through here. So they've done a lot here back in the 90s, but we can go back to, they did Duke Nukem Advance, of course, they did that. I'm just going through 2000, what the games are distributed. So they had the Rainbow Six series for a while, and now their release stuff is also because I'm just trying to find their list of games that they've done. So they've done, for instance, BioShock, Borderlands, NBA 2K. That's the one that you've got to be aware of. This is the same game that has loot boxes and gambling fucking shit in it. It's one of those games. Yes, one of those. A basketball game has a fucking a slot machine part.
Yeah, but I also had the new one. You hardly play a game. It's just full of ads.
Yep, exactly. And it's been panned by critics. It is terrible. It literally has just gambling fucking shop. As of March 13, it is the third largest publicly traded game company in the Americans in Europe after Activision Blizzard Electronic Arts, with an estimated market cap of $13 billion. Now, honestly, what's happening with Activision needs to happen with EA, it needs to happen with Take-Two, and it needs to happen with Ubisoft. All those companies need to face scrutiny. They need to face punishment for what they have done to not only to the customers, but also to their staff, because they are ripping customers off by releasing the same fucking game 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's it.
That's
for
the end of the
me.
show.
Fuck off, bye. I'm kidding. Oh God, just
Harsh.
this was a
Harsh.
yes, harsh. This was a mixed bag of an episode. There were a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, but it is what it is. But on a positive note, though, I'm on semester break. I can spend more time doing stuff that I enjoy, not suffering early morning. But it feels good to finish my semester on a good note. All my assessments done. I passed. Go back to next semester. I go back to school in October. So I've literally got a month off.
Sweet.
Sounds
Until
good.
then, guys, you can follow our socials here at TikTok. You can follow us at the Techie Talon Show right here.
Right here.
Where there will be highlights of the shows as soon as I can get around to them. Also, go follow our Facebook page at the Techie Talon Show, where we are currently live right now. Hello, everyone out there on Facebook.
Hello.
And everyone on YouTube as well. Come subscribe and hit that bell for anytime you want to get a notification when we're live. Same here on Twitch. We're still trying to figure out times when we can meet up properly to be able to stream a game together, and follow our Instagram here as well at the Techie Talon Show for your latest updates when we're going live and if we have to cancel a show. Also, you can find that here on Twitter at Talon_show.
I appreciate it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Until then, guys, we won't be back tomorrow because you have LARP.
I have LARP, so Friday usually don't do it. We usually don't do a show, and but we'll be back on Saturday, and we're back on Sunday for our Toss a Coin to a podcast. I'll be watching.
We'll take Saturday off. We take it. We'll
take Saturdays off.
We have Saturdays off.
That's good.
And yes, toss a coin to our podcast show because have you watched it yet?
I'm going to watch it after this, actually.
Good. Good. If you don't see a show from us on Sunday, you know why. You will now know why because Talon probably hasn't watched it.
I'm kidding. I will watch it. I definitely do want to watch it. I was watching. I've been terrible. I've got back on binge. I'm starting to watch that American show, Pawn Stars. Yeah. I have to say the appropriate name. I think I'm a massive perv when I say it. I feel inappropriate when I fucking say it, but if you know what the show is, it's actually pretty good. I like the show.
Yeah.
It's actually to watch.
Until then, guys, we'll see you Sunday. My name's Techie.
See you on Sunday. And my name's Talon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.